started. Whoa! And he's just pushing guys out of the way, powering forward for a gain of 8. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Shotgun snap to Purdy. That's caught. Christian McCaffrey. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
Brandon Ayuk, the intended receiver there. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds. Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They're indeed going for this. It's Purdy. And he's going to have a Niners 1st down. They'll get the conversion. It's a gain of 14.
Well, you can see the entire sideline and, frankly, the entire fan base kind of holding their breath. That decision on your own side of midfield to go for it on 4th down, had they not gotten it, that's a tough position to put your defense in, but that's a conversation for another day. The offense is going to stay on the field after the conversion, and now they got to see, can they take advantage of that aggressive play call and finish this drive with points?
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. They can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes. It's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
On 2nd down, it's McCaffrey. Just refusing to go down. He winds up with a gain of 7.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll try to run for it with McCaffrey. And he's going to have a Niners 1st down. Won't be by much. He needed 3. He got 3. The mark says 1st down.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
They'll go back to McCaffrey on 1st down. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Purdy. That's over the middle to Kittle. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
Now, this is how you dream up the opening script. You get the ball first, and you want to go down and set the tone for the rest of the game. Well, it looks like the coaches did a great job when they built that script during the week. But that big-time throw, they got a shot now with 1st and goal to end this opening drive with a touchdown.
They'll roll out here with Purdy. He'll go down. They drop him for the sack on the final play of this first quarter. All the way back at the 14 now. 2nd down and goal. They'll run here with McCaffrey. And the defense stiffening here. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's all. 3rd and goal coming up.
So on 2nd down, they try to hammer it in on the ground, Mike, but now on 3rd and goal, I don't think you had any choice but to put this ball in your quarterback's hands and test this defense through the air.
Good drive now faces a tough conversion. It is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. And that is incomplete. Jacob Howard, the intended receiver. And it'll be 4th and goal coming up. So Jake Moody now out for the field goal. Oh, he missed it from short range. A bad miss. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless ball game.
I think he was trying to bend that one in, Mike. He wanted to look like you off the old tee box, right to left draw. But instead, he just kind of hung it out there, and he ends up missing it wide right.
First carry for Ramondre Stevenson. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that 1st down. We'll go right back to Stevenson. And he's going to be close to a 1st down. Looks like he'll have just enough to keep the chains moving.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
On 1st and 10, here's May. Taking off.
The key to a good quarterback scramble, Mike, is knowing when it's time to go from a thrower to a runner, and that's exactly what we saw here. Doesn't get the 1st down, but he's able to pick up some really positive yards and then get out of bounds.
Give up the middle to Stevenson. And he's going to have the 1st down. Mark him at the 45 and move the chains. Working out of the gun, it's May. This one intercepted. Picked off by the former Florida State Seminole. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
He pulls it in around the 5. And he will get into the end zone. Ricky Pearsall. Touchdown, San Francisco. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench, going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field, and results in a nice touchdown.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From out of the gun, here's May. He'll spot Henry, open downfield. And he's going to take this one all the way. 70 yards. Touchdown, New England. Joey Sly on now for the point after. It's up and through. And the Patriots will level things out at 7 apiece. We're all tied, 7 apiece. And the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. First and 10 for Purdy. He'll find his open man. That's Brandon Ayuk. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield. Now, a handoff to McCaffrey. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. Right side, hauled in by Samuel. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Purdy going to give this one to McCaffrey. He'll be taken down at about the 33-yard line. Jawan Bentley there on the tackle. Throwing on 2nd down is Purdy. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Timeout 49ers. That is their 2nd. As it comes to 22 seconds remaining till halftime.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. He'll let this go towards the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Ricky Pearsall, touchdown, 49ers. His 2nd touchdown of this 1st half. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Makes the score Niners 14, Patriots 7.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the 1st half. And the kickoff's coming their way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. The motion man here is Bourne. To throw on 1st down is May. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And the defense has it. The Niners will use their 3rd and final timeout, as that'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. 1st and 10 now from the 36. Play fake to McCaffrey. Now Purdy. That's down the field and intercepted. And the Patriots are going to take over once again at their own 20-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So, halftime here, it's the visitors, the 49ers, who are on top, as we'll head down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. They'll run it here with Antonio Gibson. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. That pickup good for 29 yards. May now on 1st and 10. He's got his big tight end, Henry. On 2nd down, it's May. Oh, he's going to find his running back downfield. That is a gain of 22, and it sets up 1st down and goal.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves 1st and goal inside the low red zone.
Operating from the shotgun, it's May. To the back of the end zone, he's got it. Ramondre Stevenson. Touchdown, Patriots. What a terrific play at the back of the end zone. Greg, that is so hard to do, but something you did during your career. How do guys pull that off?
Yeah, the key here, Mike, is the concentration to not only see the ball, but then you have to feel the ground. You have to know exactly where you are in the back line of the end zone. And tell you what, this is about as good as it gets. Come down with the ball, 2 feet in bounds, touchdown.
Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away. Deebo Samuel going to get a chance to return it. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete. trying to get it to Christian McCaffrey out of the backfield. And it'll bring up second down. Throwing is Purdy. Downfield, and it's caught by Ayuk. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be first and goal.
When he continues to play at this level, Mike, it just makes this team so hard to beat. It's the combination of leading both long, sustained drives and being able to strike in bunches. It puts so much pressure on these defenses, and with the way today's game has gone, doesn't look like he has any plans on slowing down.
They need 6 for the touchdown. Second and goal. Again, it'll be McCaffrey. And he got half of what he needed from the 6 to the 3. Third and goal. They'll try and run with McCaffrey. And he's going nowhere. Met and dropped behind the line. And now it's 4th and goal. So Jake Moody now out for the field goal. He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Niners add on to their lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Now Gibson. And he's going to be out of bounds here on what will wind up being the final play of the third quarter.
Patriots 13.
Here's second and 2. A run here with Stevenson. And that'll be a gain of 2 and a first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
On first down, they'll stay with Stevenson on the ground. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be second down. They'll go again here with Stevenson. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is first down.
That's good for Patriots. First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now May. That's complete to Baker. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
And he's going to pick it up and take it down inside the 35 for the first down. Gibson. And he will work his way down inside the 30, a pickup of 6.
It's the pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now, 2nd and 4. Stevenson. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a first down on that gain of 5.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Now the Patriots going to use their first timeout, and the clock will stop with 45 seconds left in the game. Here comes 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. He'll tuck it and take off.
When you find yourself trailing here late in the game, decision-making is critical. Not only is he able to extend the drive by picking up the first down with his legs, great job by the quarterback understanding, get out of bounds, stop the clock, save as much time as possible as they try to make a comeback.
The motion man here is Bourne. They'll run here. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5.
They'll run. And the Patriots are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And they'll run it here with Stevenson. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. An important extra point up and good, so the lead is 3 here in the late stages of the game. Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. They'll come up for 1st and 10. One last shot now for Purdy. That is incomplete with 1 second left on the clock.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
And that's going to be incomplete. The defense holds here in the final minute, and they're going to get out of here with a victory. So it's a win for the Patriots. They proved much the best in this one. Get a solid performance in all 3 phases of the game and ride that to victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Patriots winners at home as we say so long from Foxborough.